ASDIP Wood was released a few days ago. It includes 3 modules: wood column, wood beam, and wood bearing wall. When the software was released, it included 2 different types of materials, Sawn Lumber and glue laminated. Today we are presenting a 3rd type of material for composite lumber. This is Javier Encinas, and today we're going to present this new feature in ASDIP Wood for the composite lumber sections. Let's get started. I have created a series of examples for each of the modules. Let's open a calculation for a wood column. The program originally had only 2 buttons, one for Sawn Lumber and another for glue laminated. Now we are adding a 3rd button for composite lumber sections. When you click on this new button, you are presented with a new combo box. Here you can select the composite type. For now we are adding one manufacturer, Louisiana Pacific, LP, and these are the 2 products for LVL and for LSL. From here you can select the material that you want to use. Let's say that we use LVL. Then if you click on the select from the database, then you are presented with the sections available for this manufacturer with all the section properties. From here we can quickly select the section that we are interested in. When you click on the select button, this section property will be transferred to the template. In this particular example, if we use a Sawn Lumber section for this wood column, Southern Pine, in this example the nominal size is 2 by 6, but we can see here that the section is overstressed. For example, if we select a column, say 4 by 4, we select, then the section properties have been transferred to the template. Now the section is passing for Sawn Lumber. If we select a composite section, this section 1.8 by 3.5 is not good enough, it's 23% over. So we can select a better section for this. Let's say 3.5 by 3.5 square column. And now this is passing. We can go to the diagrams. We can see here the interaction diagram with all the loads inside the usable area. For comparison purposes, go back to the Sawn Lumber for a 4 by 4 and the composite LVL for a slightly different section, 3.5 by 3.5, and the design is also acceptable. If we go to the Materials tab, here you can select the material properties from the database. Select on Database. These are the material properties offered by the manufacturer. If we go back to the geometry and select LSL, then we go to Materials again, select from Database. Then for LSL, the manufacturer offers 3 different types of materials. So you can select the material here. When you click on the Select button, the material properties will be transferred to the template. In addition to the new database for composite sections, you can specify your own properties. You click on User Define, then you can enter the information directly here in the text boxes. So for this new feature in composite lumber, it's very easy to specify the composite type and also the section properties from this database, or the material properties in the Materials tab also from the database. Or if you prefer, you can enter your own user-defined sections. Let's go back to the project manager. Now let's open a calculation for a wood beam. This is a single span beam. We can see it graphically here with a concentrated load at mid-span. The original design is in Sawn Lumber. We can see at a glance that everything is passing. The bending ratio is 0.86. So the design is acceptable as it is for Sawn Lumber. The nominal size is 4 by 16. Now for comparison purposes, let's try to create the same beam for composite lumber. Let's say that this is an LVL section. You can see the default section 1.75 by 3.50 is too small, so it's not good enough. So let's select another section from here. Let's say 3.5 by 7.75. This is still over. Let's change again the section for a little deeper section. Let's say 3.5 by 9.25, and now it's good enough. So for comparison purposes, in Sawn Lumber you need 4 by 16. For composite LVL, you will need 3.5 by 9.25. This is the shear diagram, and this is the moment diagram for this load in this one span beam. If you prefer to use an LSL section instead, you can do that as well. Go to Materials, And when you select from database, you can select here from the 3 options for the different grades that the manufacturer offers. Again, if you prefer, you can user define your own material properties here. Let's go back to the project manager. Now select an example for a wood bearing wall. This is a bearing wall template in ASDIP wood. In this example, we are using a Sawn Lumber. So we are modeling a series of studs, 2x6, with spacing 16 inches. We can see here that the design is acceptable. All the ratios are less than 1. For comparison purposes, let's try to model this also in a composite section, LVL. For example, in the default 1.8 by 3.5, the section is also passing. So you can see in this example that for this composite material, the required section is smaller than for Sawn Lumber. We can also use LSL instead, same nominal size. Also the section is passing for this nominal size of studs. If necessary, you can change the size of the studs as well. Just select from database and then select here, whatever section you need. When you click on select, the section properties will be transferred to the template. Graphically, you can see the interaction diagram with all the loads inside the usable area. If we go to the Detail tab, you can see a detailed set of calculations, step by step, all the adjustment factors. Please note that some of the factors are per manufacturer, so these factors are calculated accordingly. These are the adjusted design values for this load combination in LRFD, and then the combined stresses for tension, compression, bending, shear, combined stresses as well, and then the bearing analysis. This is the condensed report with a detailed set of calculations grouped by topic, the adjustment factors, the adjusted design values, then the combined stresses and the bearing stress. And finally, in at a glance, you can see just in one screen a summary of the result. Here you can see immediately if everything is passing, or if you see any deficiency here, you can see immediately where you can find the remedy. As you can see, it's very easy to specify composite lumber sections in this new version of ASDIP wood. With this new feature, you can specify different type of sections. For now, we are including only Louisiana Pacific manufacturer. In the near future, we will include more manufacturers, but the user interface will be the same. If you like the software, please visit the website www.asdipsoft.com and download the free 15-day trial. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to receive notifications in the future for similar videos. Thank you for your attention.